Imagine you're at a family gathering or maybe meeting someone new. The room is full of people and suddenly your dog trots in. Instead of politely wagging their tail or sitting by your side, they head straight for the most embarrassing spot possible. Sniffing someone's crotch. Awkward silence, nervous laughter, and you trying to pull your dog away. But here's the thing. While it might feel embarrassing to us, to your dog, this behavior is completely normal, and it has a fascinating reason behind it. Today, we're going to uncover why dogs sniff your crotch, what it says about their incredible sense of smell, and how you can manage or redirect this behavior without embarrassing yourself the next time guests come over. Introduction. Welcome back to the channel, dog lovers. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button for more fun, fascinating, and sometimes downright weird facts about our four-legged friends. Now let's get into today's nosy mystery. Why dogs are so obsessed with sniffing crotches. Why dogs sniff in the first place. Dogs live in a world ruled by scent. While humans rely heavily on vision, dogs rely on their noses to interpret the world around them. To put it in perspective, humans have about 5 million scent receptors in their noses. Dogs? Anywhere from 125 million to 300 million, depending on the breed. That means their sense of smell is tens of thousands of times stronger than ours. So when your dog sniffs your crotch, it's not about being rude, it's about gathering information. To them, scents tell a story. Who you are, where you've been, what you've eaten, even your mood and health. Dogs read the world through scent the way we read a book. The science of the crotch. Sniff. Why the crotch specifically? The answer lies in human biology. Our bodies have sweat glands called apocrine glands, which are concentrated in areas like the armpits and, yes, the groin. These glands release pheromones, chemical signals that communicate personal information. For dogs, these pheromones are like a profile card. They reveal age, sex, reproductive status, and even emotional state. When your dog goes in for a sniff, they're essentially saying, "Let me get to know you better." They're not trying to embarrass you, they're just accessing the richest source of information available. Why do they do it to strangers? If you've noticed your dog sniffs guests more than you, there's a reason. Your scent is familiar. They already know you well. But a new person in the house? That's like opening a brand new book. Dogs are naturally curious and want to collect as much information as possible about the newcomer. And unfortunately for us, the crotch is the fastest way to access those scent clues. Special interest in certain people. You might also notice your dog pays extra attention to certain individuals, like women who are pregnant or people who are menstruating. That's because hormonal changes drastically alter pheromone production, and dogs pick up on these shifts immediately. It's the same reason trained dogs can detect pregnancies, medical conditions, or even some forms of cancer. Those subtle chemical changes stand out like a bright neon sign to a super sensitive nose. The embarrassment factor. Of course, just because it's normal for dogs doesn't mean it feels normal for us. Imagine your boss or delivery driver being greeted this way. It's mortifying. But remember, dogs don't understand embarrassment. They don't think of social boundaries the way humans do. What we see as rude is, to them, completely natural and instinctive. How to redirect the behavior. The good news is, if crotch sniffing makes you uncomfortable, you don't just have to accept it. You can redirect the behavior with training. The key is to teach your dog an alternative greeting. For example, train them to sit when someone new enters the room and reward them with a treat for doing so. You can also redirect their sniffing to a hand by extending it out and encouraging them to sniff there instead. Over time, your dog will learn that greetings are about sitting calmly or sniffing hands, not diving headfirst into personal space. What you shouldn't do, one mistake many owners make, is scolding or punishing their dog for crotch sniffing. Remember, this is a natural behavior, and punishing them only confuses the dog. Instead, focus on positive reinforcement. Reward the behavior you do want, and redirect the behavior you don't. That way, your dog learns without stress or fear. What it says about dogs' bond with us. Believe it or not, crotch sniffing is also a sign of trust and bonding. Dogs use sniffing as a form of social interaction. When they greet another dog, they sniff each other's rear ends for the exact same reason. They're gathering information and showing trust. When your dog does it to you, they're treating you the same way they'd treat another dog in their pack. In a strange way, it's a sign of acceptance and connection. There are plenty of stories of dogs outing pregnancies or medical conditions long before the person even knew. Some women report their dogs became intensely interested in sniffing their crotch during early pregnancy, before they had any idea they were expecting. In other cases, dogs have shown unusual interest in people later diagnosed with health issues. While these stories may sound unbelievable, they highlight just how powerful a dog's nose really is. When to worry for most dogs, crotch sniffing is normal and harmless. But if your dog becomes obsessive, constantly sniffing or showing compulsive behavior, it could signal anxiety or a lack of proper stimulation. In rare cases, it might also mean a medical issue like infection or hormonal imbalance. If the behavior feels extreme or sudden, a quick vet checkup is always a good idea. So, the next time your dog sniffs your crotch, or worse, someone else's, remember this. It's not rudeness. It's biology. Your pup is simply reading your pheromone profile, gathering information in the way nature designed them to. While it might feel awkward for us to your dog, it's perfectly normal. And with the right training, you can teach them to greet people in a way that doesn't leave you red-faced at your next family barbecue. Dogs see the world through their noses, and sometimes that means getting a little too personal. But hey, that's just part of the weird, wonderful, and occasionally embarrassing bond we share with man's best friend,